Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. It's Chief here. I got my friend Alex with me.
Hey.
We just watched the Pokemon Presents, and big spoiler alert if you haven't seen it yet, but I'm about to show the new starters in 3, 2, 1. Okay, these are the new starters. They're pretty cool, and we decided to do what we do best, which is we decided to design final evolutions for it. So I made a final evolution for Brout, which is the grass starter. Alex made one for, what was it called? Aqueco? Gecko Aqua, I think it was. Something like that. Gekwa, yeah. So Alex made the final evolution for that, and I made a middle and final evolution for Pod Bomb. Yeah, so I'll show that to you guys here. So Pod Bomb has a very distinct facial shape, and the new region is set in like Southeast Asia, I believe, and a bit of Indonesia, which tigers are found in both of those places. And for whatever reason, tigers are the animals that came to mind when I was thinking of it. Tigers are also part of the Chinese zodiac, which fire type starters are famously like aligned with being based off of. And obviously Pod Bomb, or I know I'm messing up the name, whatever its name is obviously a dog, which is also on the Chinese zodiac. So I decided I was going to make it turn from a dog into a tiger. So its final evolution is based fully off a tiger, and its middle is kind of turning from a dog into a tiger, and I honestly like it the best. I didn't come up with any names for it, but here it is. Pod Bomb actually has a huge like furry face, as you can see, so I decided to kind of incorporate that into the fur that a tiger has, because in case you guys didn't know, tigers actually do have a lot of fur off the side of their face, kind of like a mini mane. And Pod Bomb also has this like muzzle thing. I know I'm using the terms completely wrong, but around its nose it has a color of fur that's different colored, so I decided to expand that into stripes which go along the face, kind of like a tiger's. Obviously I increased the tuft of fur on its head, and throughout its body, its Pokedex entry says that it has a little red area on its throat, which it uses to power up its fire moves, which I turned into a whole underbelly that actually turns into some stripes that go along the sides, and I added some stripes to the tail. Overall, pretty simple design, but I think it does a great job of turning Pod Bomb, which is like based off a Pomeranian like dog, into a tiger. Which leads me to the final evolution. Obviously, like I said, I didn't come up with names for it, but here it is. Now, this design isn't exactly what I had in mind. It's basically just a bigger version, but this is something like what I'm hoping for. I mean, I am almost certain that Pod Bomb will turn into a tiger as it evolves. I have a lot of evidence for that. But I was thinking, the top of its head, it would grow a lot more fur, still keep like the big fur face thing that it has going on, and it gains stripes all throughout its body. Now, hopefully that official design will actually add something more to it than kind of what I did, where I'm not going to lie, I think I overdid it with the stripes, but this is just my take on it. Hopefully it turns into a tiger. I truly think it will. All right, Brout is this little chick. I mean, I think it's pretty valid to say that it's based off a chick. I mean, it literally has like chicken feet, and it just looks like a chicken. The only thing I don't like about its design is I think it's like leaves on its brow, which is what it's named after, Brout, like brow and sprout. I think it's like a little too big and makes it look more like an angry bird. I think if it didn't have that, it would look way cuter, like a little chick. But I decided to obviously just keep going where the design is leading me, which is making it kind of a flying type. So I had it based off a chicken. Its face includes its signature grassy brows, which split into like a three-way brow formation, I guess. Still has its beak, and its eyes are kind of hidden a bit under the brow. I gave him this neck leaf pattern, and in the middle of his chest he has this wind-inspired spiral pattern, which is actually used on a lot of Indonesian and South Asian patterns in clothing and stuff, which you'll also see in our other starters design. Obviously, he has grass feathers, which is pretty cool. It's just feathers that turn to grass. Now, Brout has this area where at the bottom of his body, the feathers end, and it's a black underbody. So I kind of did that here. His legs are branches, and he has these skinny little twig feet, I guess branch feet. Here's a better view at the full Pokemon. I think it's pretty cool. I definitely think Pokemon could do better with this, and this is the design that I had the least inspiration for, which is why I decided to go with this. But I think it still looks pretty cool. grass flying type for sure. Also on its back, I think it'll just have a big palm tree leaf or twin vines as its back. But yeah, that's what I had for it. And now moving on to the final one. All right, guys, Alex just finished his design, so he's gonna explain it for you. So yeah, here it is, final evolution of, you know, the Pokemon. I'll show the basic on screen for you guys, but how about you explain it?
All right, I don't really have a great name for it, but I tried to focus on making it a water and psychic type.
Which is really cool because that's never been a thing. Like, it's never been a starter.
Yeah, this is probably going to be like the final evolution, obviously, but
Yeah.
I tried to make the tail like a water droplet, like what's on the starter's forehead, but I wanted to change things up a bit. And for the other water aspects, there's an Indonesian dagger that I tried to take a little inspiration from, and she would use this as like a throwing projectile kind of thing.
Because basically it's an actual dagger, but this Pokemon, whatever we decide to name it, uses her water and psychic powers combined by using water, like by taking water and then using her psychic energy to like form it and hold it into a sharp dagger shape, which she can use her mind or her hands to throw it.
Yeah. She has webbed toes and webbed fingers, and I tried to give her a kind of wave pattern along the chest.
It's also based off of the clothing I showed earlier. I'll put on screen again for you.
Yeah.
And then her face keeps a very similar shape to the basic.
Yeah, I tried to keep the kind of regal mood she has, and for the psychic aspects, I tried to give her heavy makeup, a choker, different accessories around the hands.
Yeah, she has markings that resemble, like, obviously makeup and not like actual clothing.
Yeah.
Or makeup. And then
has what looks like a third eye I tried to make in the center of her forehead.
yeah, if you look at the starter's image, I'll put it on the screen next to this. It actually has a water drop pattern on its forehead, but as it evolves into a psychic type, it turns into a marking of a third eye, which probably is the source of its psychic power. And then floating above its head
Is a water halo, which uses her powers to keep afloat above her, and two little inverted water droplets above.
because it looks sick.
It looks cool.
All right, well, that was a pretty fire design by Alex. Let me know what you guys think of our designs below. I hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, see you in the next one. Subscribe!